you get all the exclusives, and we want to give a
Hey,
huge
whoa, hold up. That's not your job, that's my job. All right? Trying to steal my job. Welcome to Haas Dance University. My name is Melvin A.C. Howell, and if you're here, you already know who I am. You already know what I do. So I'm gonna skip all of that. I wanna give a huge shout out to our first Patreon member, Kaza. Thank you so much for your support. Super appreciate it. We're gonna jump straight in. We have J-pop for you. I'm super stoked because I love taking these analyses all around the world. We've been to China, we've been to Korea, now we're going to Japan. Super stoked. This is JO1 SuperCali dance practice. Let's dive right in, shall we? Headphones equipped. Let's do it. Okay, so first I want to jump into how they're starting off. Let's take this back to the top. This already is a super unique beginning. Super unique beginning. Whoever choreographed this, beautiful, brilliant, creative mind. Because who thought about this shape? I wonder what inspired this shape. I'm gonna have to look into that. Great start. I love the picture that's created. I love how it is framing this individual who's standing up in the center. Beautiful, beautiful. Love a great start. Hey, they are eating. They are eating this up. Okay, so let me get into the significance of how they started and why it's so encapsulated. So, all right, so at the beginning, we have this very unique formation. Already from the start, it draws you in and you're like, okay, this is already a very interesting shape. Where are they gonna go from here? What are they gonna do with this shape? And then, instead of them starting with breaking out of that shape, they start with simple musicality to kind of pull you in more to be like, okay, what's gonna happen next? This is their build-up. Yep, and then arm work. Now, whenever they go into this arm work, it's intricate. The musicality is building up. They're using more complex musicality now. It's still in the build-up, but then they're using like small, intricate arm movements. And the significance to this is it's still like pulling us in more and more. They're showing that we can do so much with this shape that we're in, this formation. You have some of them laying back, some of them in the squatted position, one standing up straight. This is beautiful. Then we go into, when they break apart, they go into big, hard-hitting movements. This is the climax of the intro. Like, this is the peak. This is what makes us go, ooh! All right, hold up. Run this back. This is a great way to build up and to keep your people engaged. Great way. Nice. Hit it. Okay. So, all right. So how they're adding different movements in to accent different parts where there's sound and where there isn't sound. And when they do this with that hand movement on the floor, they draw this S sort of a shape. There's no sound there, there's only vocals. Now, they're still building that musicality off of the beat more so than the vocals. All right, so focusing on the beat, you have doom doom, ka, doom doom, doom doom, ka, doom doom. Now this is not even in it's not in the music, but the fact that they're able to hear this and create that texture themselves, it allows you as the listener and viewer to hear and see something that was never written into the music, and now you actually hear it in the music. It is crazy. I love choreography. I love creativity. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. And it's great to see choreography that matches how my brain hears it. Because I didn't even realize, I didn't pay attention before when they did the hand on the floor movement, and it just matched up with how the music was playing in my head. Brilliant job. This is how you get your viewer sucked into it and you help them hear what you want them to hear. Love it. All right, we got to start back from the top. One more time. Here we go. Here we go. JO1. Give it to me. Delicious. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I'm gonna be on this video for like an hour. Okay. There's so much great here. Kaza, thank you so much for this recommendation. This is crazy. This is crazy. How they add so much dimension. Everybody's doing the same or similar choreography, right? When they're in the center. But they add dimension to it by having individuals reach out and move out and lean out in certain directions, while the person in the center might go either to the front or go up. And you have these others who are in this square sort of formation, and this person and this person might go out this way, these people might go out this way, and it adds so much dimension to this movement. It's almost like if you've ever seen, it's called liquiding or finger digiting, right? Where you have this kind of emotion. All right. Now, what makes these kinds of motions fascinating is not that they just stay here. It's that you move it in different directions and you add different paces to it, different tempos. And when it's moving like that in different directions, it allows you to see a movement from a 3D individual, 3D object. And it almost feels like it's in 4D. Like it's coming at you, it's moving, and it allows you to actually see the shape that it's creating. Instead of me just doing this, right, and being like, oh, it's a sphere. No, you have to like, and when you move it front to back, it gives that sphere dimension, okay? It makes it feel like as it's coming closer, it's getting bigger, and as it's moving away, it's getting smaller. But they're making that on a much larger scale, like their full body is crazy good, crazy good. I gotta run this back a little bit. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, floor work. Eat that up. Yo! I gotta go. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. These formations, they're literally creating this cross formation, bro. They're creating a cross formation. Now imagine if this was on stage and you have an overhead camera. I'm sure they realize what they're doing, but I want you to understand this cross formation they have, these two people in the front, two people on the side, and it looks like two people in the back. Now, if they had an overhead camera, the visual that this would be creating, especially with the legs coming out, and then the two center people legs coming in, and this person in the center. Now imagine if they were like singing up. Oh my gosh. So this choreography is fit for a music video, it's fit for a performance video, and it's fit for stage. And it's so dynamic. This choreography and the formations are so dynamic. You can have a camera from any angle. There can be an audience from any angle, and they're able to see visuals that the other side's not seeing. And so the show is different and unique from every single seat in the stadium. Wow, like this is inspiring for me because it gives me new formation ideas, right? We see the same, windows. We see these same formations almost everywhere. I've not seen this formation. This is beautiful. Oh man. And then I love good floor work. Anytime floor work is executed well, I get super stoked about it because floor work is not easy. It's not easy to choreograph and it's not easy to execute so that it looks clean. And all of it is just wonderful. Yeah. Here we go. Okay, now here's what I want you to look at and listen for. So in that first 45 seconds of choreography, they were dancing to the music. Their musicality was based on the beat and the instrumentation. Now I see that they're switching to the vocals for this particular part. So I want you to listen. I'm going to run it back just a little bit and watch how when they get in this formation, this cross formation or T formation, right? And they do the leg part, dun, 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 it starts to move to the vocals. The beat is still there. They're still on beat. They're still on time, but they're dancing musically to the cadence of the vocals. Now they're mixing them. Yeah.
Okay.
This group's got me so hyped. I'm gonna have to do more JO1. I'm a fan now. I'm a fan. And now I gotta go check out the music video and their live performances because this song is dope too, and I wanna hear it like full production quality. All right, so one thing that they're really eating up, I coach a lot of people from all around the world, especially locally in the US, and one of the big things that is challenging, right, because it has to be trained and practiced, is going all out, having that stage presence, but not being tense. It's so easy to hold so much tension up in your shoulders because you're trying to activate these muscles to move so quickly from point A to point B and move your body all around. One thing that I always teach is to keep your neck, your shoulders, your traps, and your back relaxed. A lot of the times that tension is held in your back and it makes you look stiff, even if you feel like, oh, like I'm swagging it out. It's not necessarily the case, but keeping that neck, your shoulders, and your back relaxed, that's what gives you this cool, nice, swing, sway, and groove. And they have that. All of them have it. And so now I'm curious, like I gotta dig deeper into the JO1. I gotta go into interviews, live performances, music videos, because I'm curious what their dance background is. This isn't something that, just happens overnight, right? And even if you're practicing it and you're learning it, it's not easy to do. Right? Because we all have these certain muscular and bodily habits, like it's just muscle memory. It's typically either you're just born with this kind of sauce or you have to work really hard at it. So I'm curious in their case, which of them was just born with it, or if any of them were born with it, or if they all just worked really hard. Obviously they work really hard. They train really hard. I can tell that right out of the gate. But I'm curious if they had to, like, they made the group and then they had to go train to get this level of quality in their movement. They're really good. Just look how relaxed their neck, shoulders, and backs are. Yeah, great spins. Oh my, yo, no way, no way. There's no way they had me stopping it every 6 seconds. The pictures, I'm not even gonna lie. This might be, now I'm gonna have to go back and look through all of my favorite dance practices and choreographies, but this is up there in my favorites. Like, BTS is phenomenal, and I rave about them all the time. SB19, a P-pop group, they're phenomenal. Rave about them all the time. But JO1, this is really, really good. Yo, this has got me bamboozled. I'm enjoying this so much. Okay, here we go. Nice footwork and placement. Great shapes. Everybody's head is up. I've seen choreographies and performances where somebody forgets to look in the direction that everybody else is looking. This is great. Another picture they're creating. Another picture. It's picture. They are eating this up. Yo. And how they're adding dimension again. They have everybody moving not just out, but they're kind of moving back at a diagonal instead of just out to the side, because if they just go out to the sides, it makes it two-dimensional, but they're going back at an angle, and because of their formation, it looks like this angle is curving back while this center guy is coming forward, and it creates this invisible shape that pulls your eyes like around and then back down to the center. Beautiful, beautiful. Yep, let's go. Woo. Nice. Now this part is great because even though this section of the choreography is repeated from the beginning, what they did to make it look like a totally new section of the choreography was add more people, take up more space, travel it, and change up the formation. And that's what makes it look like different choreography or a different section of the choreography. Same, they just copy and pasted a section from the beginning of the piece, put it here, new people or added people, traveled it, take up more space, new formation. Brilliant. I see you eating it up. And again, oh, I like this guy's swag. Yeah. Back to the beginning. Woo. Clean. Yes. Yo, and they are dead center. Oh my, they're dead center. Is that their album too? That is how you promote an album. That is, That is how you promote an album. This formation is so clean. They're all perfectly standing. Everybody's feet pointed out, everybody's toes pointed out. It pulls the energy, your eyes straight down the center. Everything here is perfect. And what I really enjoyed was how they were doing all these spins, pictures, and transitions. Everybody landed exactly where they were supposed to land, exactly when and how they were supposed to land. And it's already a challenge whenever you have picture, and they're back to back and they happen rapidly. But then on top of that, they are spinning into their formation, which means they're going into these formations blind. Now, when this happens, what you have to do is you have to actually, first you have to know, right? And in order to know, you have to practice. And then it becomes muscle memory. You realize like, okay, I have to move like this in order to get here. But then on top of that, you can't just rely on muscle memory, because muscle memory will allow you to do the move how you're supposed to do the move that technically could get you to where you're supposed to be. But it doesn't mean it's going to get you exactly where you're supposed to be. And that's how you end up bumping into people, tripping over yourself, etc., etc. But you have to actually spot where you're supposed to go and then move there. And when you're on this caliber of performance, you can't be like, all right, this is where I gotta go, move, and then look up. It don't work that way. You have to be doing your thing, right? And through your peripheral, you're still focused here, your energy is still here, but through your side vision, see like, all right, this is where everybody's at, this is where they're gonna go, this is where I need to be, boom. And then get there, beautifully done. This blew my mind. I'm about to get into so much more JO1.
It's insane.
And this formation is so beautiful. As a choreographer, this makes me so happy, because I know the person who choreographed this, even if it's some of the individuals in this group, they've got to be so proud of this. To be able to put choreography onto a group and then they execute it how it was meant to be executed. Oh my gosh. What did y'all think about it?
I absolutely loved it. It was so fun to watch.
Yeah, me too. I enjoyed that. Thank you so much, Kaza, for this amazing request. Please keep sending those requests in. I'm gonna keep going through those requests. And yeah, peace, love. Dance, baby. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Ate that up. Ooh.